nice, comfortable position.
Sitting?
In a seated position, please. And it doesn't matter if your feet are crossed, you're sitting on a chair, your legs are in front of you. What we're looking for is a lengthened back so that we have nice room all within the abdominal and the chest cavity. All righty, I will meet you on the mat. Go ahead, close your eyes. Hands can be resting comfortably on your thighs or knees. If you have a favorite hand mudra, go ahead. Bring your hands into that mudra. And let's just sit here and comfortably breathe in and out. Start coming into our practice this morning. Stilling the mind, calming the breath. Go ahead and put your computer on mute if you haven't done it already. Inhale, bringing hands to heart center. Palm to palm, thumbs lightly touching the middle of the chest. Together chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's begin. Take a breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now just sit quietly and let those vibrations fill you. And let's come to the Gayatri mantra. Take a breath in. Om Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale and release. And let's come to our mats, laying down on your back. As you lay down on your back, just as you found nice alignment in the seated position, we want to do that in our supine position. So take your time as I just adjust the camera. A nice thing you can do is put your hands lightly over your hip bones to make sure that your hips are even. And that your buttocks is equally on the mat. Now, throughout this series, let's go ahead and keep our hands right here on the hip bones so we know that we're not lifting up one butt cheek or not and allowing a twist in the back. Because here, from the middle of your head all the way down to the bottom of your spine, we'd like to have a nice, gentle, straight spine resting on the mat. Now, if this is uncomfortable, it's okay to put a cushion underneath your head or underneath the upper shoulders. All right, that's absolutely fine. You can also put your hands underneath your buttocks. Let's say you're having some tension in the lower back. You can do this whole series with your hands here too. So find what works for you. All right, let's review the pelvic tilt, because that helps with core stability. Go ahead and bend the knees, place the feet flat on the mat, behind your buttocks, hip width apart, more or less. Place the hands underneath your head if that's comfortable. Review the pelvic tilt. Just watch. As I inhale, I let the stomach come up. I'm exaggerating a little bit here. This is my inhale. The lower back comes off the mat. As I exhale, I think about contracting the navel towards the spine. So now my lower back is touching the mat. As I'm exhaling, I have a small pelvic tilt, which means my lower back is pushing into the mat even a little bit more, but my buttocks and my thighs are completely loose. They do nothing. This is all a movement here in the abdominals, okay? That is what is tilting the hip forward and increasing our core stability in balanced moves and just in walking. All righty? So let's begin. Hands are behind the head, feet are flat. Inhale. Exhale, first contract, and now tilt. Inhale. Contract and tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, and tilt. Okay, go ahead on your own. See if you can get this rhythm for you. Do not start that tilt until you've exhaled and started the contraction. Inhale should be completely relaxed. Very important to note that when we are toning muscles, they only get toned and conditioned when they come from a place of relaxation. If you keep a muscle always contracted and then try to contract it even more, you're not gaining any toning or conditioning of that muscle. It needs to originate from a relaxed position, hence the relaxed inhale. All right, let's all do one more together. Inhale, exhale, contract, and tilt. Go ahead and release the legs to the mat, extend them down. Hands come to your hips so that you know what you're doing. Right leg lift. When we exhale, contract, tilt, and lift the right leg, as my right leg is coming up, and at the end point, both buttocks are still on the ground and both hip points are still pointing straight up. It doesn't matter if this right leg is touching your nose, pointing straight up, or at a 45-degree angle. That is not the point of how far it goes up. What is the point is understanding how to use this pelvic tilt and stabilize through the core muscles, okay? Let's begin. Take a breath in here, relax. Exhale, contract, tilt, and lift. Inhale, release the right leg down to the mat. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, release down. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. One more. Inhale, down. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, come down. Perfect. Left side. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, down. 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 Last one. Inhale. Contract, tilt, lift, and inhale, release. This is a little bit more challenging. This time, as we exhale, lift the leg up, the right leg. We're going to let the right leg scoop towards the right side and then come all the way back down to the original position. The challenge here is to keep the left buttocks on the mat and not twist the back. Ready? Take a breath in here. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift the right leg up. Inhale, scoop it over to the right side and all the way down. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Exhale and scoop. Inhale, sorry. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. And inhale. And release the right leg here. Let's do the left. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift the left leg. Inhale, scoop to the left. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Exhale, scoop. Oh, sorry, inhale, dang it. Exhale, contract, tilt, lift. Inhale, left. Last one, exhale, contract, tilt, lift. And inhale, come down. And release. Right leg, we're going to bring the right knee towards the chest on the exhale. And as I inhale, I simply extend the right foot up towards the sky and release it back down. So it's sort of a bicycle movement. Let's begin. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, right knee is to the chest. Inhale, extend the knee and release the leg down to the mat. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee to chest. Inhale, extend and release down. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee to chest. Inhale, extend, release the leg down. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale, extend, release down. Last one. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee to chest. Inhale, extend, release down. Left side, inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee to chest. Inhale, extend, release down. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale, extend, release down. Exhale, contract, tilt, knees to chest. Inhale, extend, release. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee to chest. Inhale, release. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Moving on to the next movement, bringing the right knee towards the chest and holding there. Remember, we bring the knee to chest on an exhale. So take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, knee comes to chest, release your hands and go ahead and hold your knee towards your chest. You can hold on the top of the knee or behind the thigh. What's important here is that in my quest to bring my right knee towards the chest, I do not let the right hip get twisted and no longer be in line with my left hip bone. Okay? So if you need to, release the hands, feel your hip bones first, and then go ahead and hang on to your right knee so that the movement is coming within the hip joint rather than twisting the lower back. Now, this is a really nice movement, not only to massage the internal organs of our digestive system, but it's also a wonderful time to elongate, lengthen the spine. So how do I do that? My left leg is extended down, toes are pointing up, knee is pointed up. To the best of my ability, my shoulders are relaxed down to the mat. My chin is in a neutral position. And I just want to relax here. Just breathe for 8. 7. Now remember, yoga is all about finding stillness and harmony in our movements, in our breath, and within our mind. So we want to stay focused, trying not to let ourselves daydream as we hold these static poses. Stay here in your practice. Four, three, two, and one. Release the hands to the mat. Exhale, release the right leg down the mat. Extend that knee, release the leg. Left side, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt. Left knee to the chest. Check the alignment of your hips. Then bring your hands to the knee or the thigh. Feel that movement within the hip joint. Keep extending the right leg down the mat by pushing the right heel away from your head. That causes a nice gentle flexion in the right ankle. Toes are pointing up. Right knee is pointing up. Relax the shoulders. Chin is in neutral position. And let's focus on having 8 beautiful breaths. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Releasing the pose, simply drop the hands to the mat. As you exhale, a controlled exhale, extend the left leg down. Bringing both knees up towards our chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt. Now float those knees up towards the chest. Release the hands to the knees or the thighs. And feel the movement within the hip joint. Relax the shoulders, relax the upper chest. Hold here. So these are all movements where we're giving a gentle massage to the large intestine as it ascends, descends, and transverses the lower abdomen. We're giving a gentle massage to the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, so that they can function more efficiently. All right, coming into a nice spinal twist from here, which again is a wonderful massage for the internal organs. Go ahead and release the hands, opening, extending the arms to the side, palms up. Let's bring those knees now so that they're over our hips. And I have a nice 90-degree angle from ankle to hip, hip, knee to hip. All right, take a breath in. As you exhale, the knees will gently drop to the right as you look to the left. Now, don't worry about your form right now. Just relax into it and enjoy. If you find that your left arm is hanging up in the air, no problem. Go ahead and put a block or a pillow underneath that left arm so that it's comfortable as you relax into it. With every exhale, we try to relax any tension we feel in the waist, throughout the spine, or even the hips. The great thing about yoga techniques is that through relaxation, you gain benefits. In conventional exercise, they say no pain, no gain. But here, no pain is lots of gain. So just relax into it wherever you are today. Releasing the pose and coming to the opposite side. Take a breath in first. Exhale, contract, gentle tilt. Float the knees to center. Continue the exhale to the opposite side. Whenever we do a spinal twist, we're also lubricating the discs in between each vertebrae by giving them a gentle massage, by giving pressure and then releasing pressure. So this helps with any tension, muscular tension we may feel along our spine. If you're feeling tension in the neck, you do not have to have your head looking all the way towards the right hand. You can have it looking straight up towards the sky. That's absolutely a wonderful option if you're feeling too much tension in the neck. Let's release this pose and come right into another spinal twist on the right side. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float the knees up and over to the other side. Some of the things we can play with in the spinal twist are the position of your ankles to your knees. So play with this. You can bring your ankles a little closer to your hip and you're going to feel a different lengthening along the hip and the waist and the lower back. Or you can open your feet to either 90-degree angle with your knee, or even open the feet more so that your knees are extended. So yoga is all about playing with positions to refine your awareness of not only the mechanics of the pose, but also how you feel about it. What physical sensations are you having? What emotional thoughts or feelings do you have? Another way we can play with this pose to help open up the shoulder girdle is take that left hand, palm down. As you inhale, slide the left palm up over your head so that your arm is extended over your head by your left ear. And then gently bring that left palm, sliding it all the way back down to the original position and even further down perhaps, so it's next to your left hip or right hip on the mat. So inhale, you bring the arm up, and exhale, you lower it. As you're opening up the shoulder, make sure that you do it slowly and in rhythm with your breath. Let's stay here for a few more counts as you play and explore this pose. To come out of the pose, come back to your original position. And then all together, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and float the knees to center and to the opposite side. Same thing here. Play with the position of your ankles. Either 90-degree angles to your knees, extend the knees, or even flex the knees more so that the ankles are closer to the butt. If you're feeling some tension in the neck and shoulder, moving the right palm up and down as we slide it along the floor is a wonderful way to very gently open the joint and release the tension in the upper back and neck. Exploring yoga poses through these gentle movements also teaches us about how we react and feel to being uncomfortable, physically uncomfortable or mentally uncomfortable as we do these poses and movements. And it's a wonderful exploration of your own self. And as we do it in combination with a nice slow breath, we're keeping ourselves nice and calm and open to the experience and see what we can learn from it. So let's stay here a little longer and just explore the pose. And then make your way to the original position. Coming out of the pose, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float the knees to center. Stay here, release the hands to the knees. From this position, if it's comfortable in your neck, as you exhale, lift the head off the floor. And if you can, lift the shoulders off the floor so that you're sort of resting on the tip of your shoulder blades. So my head now is looking right through my legs. My hands are gently holding my knees or thighs. From here, release the hands, palm down towards the mat. You can stay here if you'd like. As you exhale, extend both legs down the mat and just let them float above the mat. So now I'm looking at my toes. The key here is to continue with that slight pelvic tilt so that you don't hurt your lower back. If you feel that your lower back is hurting or there's some uncomfortableness, go ahead and lift the legs a little higher or bend the knees. Okie doke? So let's stay here. Remember, it is better to modify the pose than use the wrong muscles and lose your alignment. Soft breath. Let's go ahead and bring the palms up. Arms are still extended, floating above the mat, but the palms are now up. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax. Inhale, bring the arms up over your head. Have a nice long stretch here. Point the toes as you inhale. Exhale, relax. Again, inhale, point the toes, stretch the arms. And exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, bend both knees, planting the feet on the mat. Let's roll to one side so that we can come up onto our knees and come into child's pose and really stretch out that back. Now remember, in child's pose, you have a couple options. Arms can be pointed or extended straight over your head. But if that is causing some tension here in the shoulder and the neck, go ahead and bring those hands behind you, palm up next to your feet. If you're feeling some tension in the upper back and neck, still go ahead and put your fist right at your forehead. You can hold your head up that way or put a block or a pillow there. You can always put a pillow in between your knee and your thigh if the flexion here is challenging for your knee. Same thing with your ankles. Sometimes my ankles are a little creaky, and so I put a pillow underneath my ankle. Okay, let's enjoy. I'll be quiet. Coming out of this pose, right into Vajrasana, or sitting on our heels, lift the head up, slide the hands back, let them rest lightly on your thighs. We're in Vajrasana. Again, if this is challenging for your knees, no problem. Just put your butt down, sit in a cross-legged position or Dandasana, whatever's good for you, okay? If you can sit in this position, it's a really nice way to rejuvenate the leg muscles, and also, of course, give us nice space here in the abdominal and chest cavity. All right, exhale and release. Let's come to a nice seated position of your choice as we review some of the breathing techniques that we did yesterday. So nada pranayama, or nad yoga, is all about finding that awareness of sound through the right ear. So to review, we simply sit in a seated position and just breathe first. Come to a quiet place where your body feels relaxed, and to the best of your ability, your mind is not running in 100 different directions. When you feel calm, as you inhale, Take a moment at that top of that inhale to retain the breath and just listen through your right ear. Some of us will be more attuned to sounds outside of us, nature sounds, cars, the toaster, the coffee machine, whatever. Some of us on some days will hear that inner sound of cymbals, drums, music, your heartbeat. Choose one today, whatever one that is, and stay there with that sound. And we're just going to breathe and listen to that sound for 5 minutes. This is a wonderful technique to lower levels of stress and anxiety. Okay, so inhale, hold the breath, only as long as it's comfortable. Focus in on the sound from the right ear. Exhale and let go. Inhale, hold the breath, focus on the sound, let go. That's all it is. 5 minutes. I'll do the timing. You start when you're ready. And let's all meet by taking an exhale and releasing the pose and the breath. Great, wonderful. All right, going on to Kaya Kriya. Kaya Kriya, remember, is that three-part yoga breath. The beginning of the breath, the inhale starts lower in the belly, and we've been practicing this throughout the last 40 minutes where we just let the stomach poof out as we inhale. Continue the inhale, and your chest is actually going to widen. Well, you can't see it, but as I inhale, the second part of my inhale, I'm widening the ribs. The third part of the inhale, the upper chest is going to lift. As I exhale, the chest comes down, the ribs come towards the midline, and I bring the belly button in towards the back. So some of you are used to doing three-part yoga breath. If you're not, go ahead and lay down on your back, one hand low on the belly, one on the side of the ribs, and just practice an inhale. When I was learning, I like to think, inhale 1, 2, I'm doing my belly. Continue the inhale 3, 4, my ribs are widening. Continue the inhale 5, 6, the upper chest lifts. And then I just reverse for 6 seconds down. This is a wonderful breath in terms of relaxing the body, but also learning how to isolate the different ancillary muscles that help us breathe besides the diaphragm. So go ahead, do some practices. All right, let's introduce the movement. As you inhale, and you can do this laying down, or you can do it sitting up. As you inhale, you bring the feet towards one another. Now, as I do that, I'm also letting the knees come inward. So it's the whole leg as a unit. As you inhale through the belly, the feet are coming in. As you exhale, they go out. Let's add the second element. Inhale, feet in. Continue the inhale through the ribs. So my ribs are widening. And as they're widening, my palms are opening up. As I exhale through the rib cage, the palms close. Continue the exhale through the belly, the feet open. So they're moving in opposite directions, the upper body and the lower body, okay? So I'll walk you through it. Let's do it together. We're laying down. Oh, shoot. Okay, you guys can hear me. So you're laying down. Your palms are down on the floor. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale through the belly. Bring the toes together. Continue the inhale through the rib cage. Open the hands up. And continue the inhale. Exhale, the chest comes down. Exhale, the ribs come together as the palms come down. Finish the exhale as you open the feet to the outside. Got it? Again, inhale, feet in. Continue the inhale, ribs open, palms up. Continue the inhale through the upper chest. Exhale, upper chest comes down, ribs come in, palms release down, feet open up. Inhale, belly and feet. Inhale, ribs and palm. Inhale through the upper chest. Exhale, upper chest down, ribs in, palms down. Finish off and you open the feet. Got it? Okay, go ahead on your own. Continue like this. Take your time. If you're feeling comfortable, try to slow down the breath now. Longer inhale, longer exhale. There's no rush. Just finish on your last exhale and come into Savasana. You're right there. All you need to do is perhaps bring your hands a little closer to the body, palm up, and you're in a beautiful, beautiful Savasana. Just follow my words and just have a slight mental focus and keep moving on. So please bring your focus to your toes, to the bottom of the foot, to both heels resting lightly on the mat. Feel the weight of your heels against the mat. Let your focus now travel up the back of the leg to the calf where it's touching the mat. Slight focus on the knees. As you exhale, soften, letting the knees roll out towards the sides. Bringing the focus to the thighs, into the buttocks, feeling the weight of the thighs and the buttocks against the mat. Letting your focus travel to the lower back and the belly. And as you exhale, relax. Letting the lower back, the buttocks, the belly be soft as they sink into the mat. Allowing your focus to travel up the spine to both sides of the rib cage. As you exhale, letting the rib cage widen and rest against the mat. Letting your focus travel up the spine to both shoulder blades and the back of your shoulders. And on your next exhale, relax and sink the shoulders into the mat. From your shoulders, let the focus travel down the arm to the fingertips, feeling the weight of the triceps and the forearm and the back of the palm against the mat. Letting the focus run up from the palm of the hand to the inside of the elbow, to the inside front of your shoulders, allowing the collarbone simply to melt down into the mat. Let your focus come to the breath, imagining the air as it flows in and out to the throat. And as you exhale, relax the throat and the neck, feeling the weight of the head against the mat. Letting the focus come to the mouth and lips, letting the jaw be loose and relaxed. The tongue is relaxed inside the mouth. Bringing your focus to the nose and the cheekbones. Being aware of the breath as it passes through the nostrils. And as we exhale, relaxing through the cheekbones all the way to the ears. Slight mental focus on the ears. Simply relax from the ears to the back of the neck, down to the spine. Relaxing the eyes, the eyebrows. Relaxing the eyes behind the eyelids. Bringing our focus to the forehead and the hairline. And as you exhale, simply let the head melt into the mat. Bringing your focus in between both eyebrows now. Holding a soft mental focus there as we simply breathe and be in the moment. And if you can stay in your Savasana a little longer, go ahead, please enjoy. If we're ready to come out, let's gently begin to move the toes and ankles, knees, flexing and extending. Gently moving the hips from side to side. Opening and closing the hands, rotating the wrists, extending the arms, gently moving the shoulders. Very slowly letting the head slide from left to right. Keeping a nice, even, soft breath. And on your next exhale, let's go ahead, turn towards the left side. Stay here for a couple breaths. And staying in that nice, relaxed feeling. Go ahead, exhale, and push yourself up to a seated position. Inhale, hands to heart center. Sharing Om one time, followed by 3 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, bowing down to the teacher within. Inhale, gently come back up. Opening the eyes. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining. That was a wonderful class. Thank you. If you have 3 minutes, there was something I just wanted to talk about real quick, but if you need to go, I understand. It's right at 9 o'clock. I wanted to explain very briefly what we mean by stilling the mind. As we're doing this gentle breaths with the movements, of course, first we're just learning the mechanics of the movement. Then we're learning the mechanics of the breath. But when I ask or invite you to still the mind, this is what is happening. Inevitably, it is a human condition that we have thoughts and emotions running through our brain, right? The brain activity is always going on. But what we have control of is, are we attached to that brain activity that's going on? That's a choice we have. We have a choice to run down that rabbit hole when a random thought comes in our head. So we're doing a yoga practice. And believe me, it happens to me all the time. I'm doing the yoga practice and all of a sudden that position triggers a thought or a memory. Now, when that memory comes into my head, I can choose right then and there to look at it and dispassionately say, let it go, because right now I want to stay in my practice. Or I can make the choice and say, I enjoy that memory. I'm going to go down that lane and keep going down that rabbit hole. So that's what we mean when we ask you to still the thoughts. We're asking you to make that choice. And it can happen every second while you're doing your breath. But as we employ that choice and that discipline, it becomes a habit. And it becomes easier and easier to do. And then when we're not on the mat, but we're out driving or out doing our daily life, and a negative emotion or thought or action comes into our sphere, we already have that habit built up where we can mentally say, you know what? I'm not going to react to that. I'm going to stay in my lane and do my thing, because we've already developed a mental habit of that. So that's why we ask you, as you're breathing, as you're doing your movements, to make the choice to still the thoughts and still the emotions that are of no use to you, no benefit to you. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Corinne. See you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow. My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Yep.